Hey everyone, this is Jason from Miss Vintage. You're watching Storytellers. This song's called All That's Left. Before we get to the song, I have a couple of very important announcements to make. The first is for Nicole Pack. We just want to let you know that your McDonald's gift card went out 2 days ago, and so you should have that in the mail sometime very, very soon. So please remember Miss Vintage next time you're at Mickey D's ordering your McFlurry and or your McChicken sandwich. And I'm really sorry, but that's probably all you'll be able to get with the gift card. So I'm really sorry about that. The second announcement is actually a shout out for our buddy Eric from KUC, who saved the day this past Saturday. For those of you who weren't there, Joe's string broke in the middle of our set, and we would have been screwed. But lucky for us, Eric was there and graciously lent us his guitar. So as promised, you get a shout out on our blog. Thank you. And Joe will also buy you McDonald's sometime in the near future. Anyways, on to the song. All That's Left was one of the first songs that I ever wrote. And I actually wrote the lyrics even before Miss Vintage started. And basically it was a song that came out of a time in my life when I was starting to become more and more aware of some of the different things going on in the world. You know, I was hearing and reading a lot more about the AIDS epidemic in Africa, the human rights crisis in North Korea. You know, and I guess I just started to think about things that I never thought about growing up in such a sheltered environment. And, you know, more than anything, you know, I guess it was a time when I started to realize just how dark and messed up this world really was. And at the same time, I guess I started to see music as this powerful, universal medium that could really be a voice to people who didn't have a voice, that could really speak on behalf of the many people out there in the world suffering from these tragedies. And that's pretty much the mindset behind this song. In the verses, I just try to bring out that overwhelming sense of desperation and despair. And, you know, the choruses really are just these big anthems of hope. And, you know, really that's the entire song in a nutshell. Musically speaking, I guess there's a better story to the song. I still remember this was about 2 years ago. We were going to do our first show on the West Coast, and we had just recruited Joe to be in the band. And so he had just bought his plane ticket the night before. And basically, he was going to fly out earlier, and the plan was to meet up with him at Berkeley at 10 a.m., do a sound check, and then play a show at 6 p.m., and then, you know, get back to Philadelphia. Unfortunately, things didn't work out like that. Joe got to Berkeley on time, but Colin, Brian, and I, who were on a different flight, actually got stuck in Texas. So basically, they're telling us there's no possible way we're going to get to Berkeley on time, but we should just wait till the next flight home. And so the three of us are super discouraged, and who knows what Joe's doing at Berkeley by himself. And I remember pulling out these lyrics, thinking that we might as well write some music. So the three of us sit down in the middle of the airport, no guitar, no instruments, and we just start writing this song in our heads. You know, I come up with this random chord progression, Colin comes up with a bass line, Brian comes up with this drum part, and at the end of it all, we had a song. And, you know, we had no idea if it was going to sound good. We had no idea if the song even made sense musically. But to make a long story short, basically by some miraculous turn of events, 3 seats open up on the last flight to Berkeley that night. And so we get to Berkeley 30 minutes before the show starts. We meet up with Joe. I basically, you know, show him the lyrics, show him what we've come up with. And, you know, he's never seen this song before. And basically I just told him, you know, we wanted to play the song tonight. And so we did. And, you know, for some reason it worked, and everything just fell into place. And to be honest, we haven't changed much about the song since the first time we wrote it. And so, you know, I think a lot of you guys know the song as All That's Left, but for us in the band, we will always fondly remember the song as the airport song. And it was just one of those times where, I thought to myself, man, these are really the guys that I want to be making music with, because something just works. There's something special about this. And so it's definitely a song that we love to play live, and it's a song that brings back a lot of good memories for us. So we hope you enjoy it as well. Silence, voices in the darkness, waiting for expression, slowly fade away. The faceless cries of desperation, kept inside for so saturate the soul. They're used bitter hands of time tell you rainy days are all you waited for. Before we break, we cling to the one thing that sustains the day. Believe that there's nothing more to lose. Blood